Namaste and welcome to GeoMedia Learning. This is Sanjay Nath. We'll discuss about how to mark features on map of India. It comprises of 10 questions. In ICSE Geography exam, correct marking of features requires skill-based practice. It comprises of 10 marks in section 1. Following are the list of features to be marked on map of India. Rivers of India. It is mainly divided into 3 broad drainage basins: Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra, followed by the rivers of Peninsular Plateau. Mountains and hills of India, divided into 3 regions: Himalayan, Central and Plateau region. Plains and desert of India, divided into 2 zones: Northern and Southern. We'll also see the major water bodies of India, that includes the inland and coastal India. We'll also mark the IST and TOC, Indian Standard Timeline and Tropic of Cancer. We'll mark with the help of an arrow the direction of monsoon winds during summer and winter and the regions covered. We'll also mark with the help of a dot the major cities that include northern and southern parts of India. We'll also mark the distribution of primary type of soils of India. We'll also mark the distribution of major ore and mineral deposits of India, and followed by that, distribution of high and low density of population of India. Now we'll see some guidelines for map marking. One can use the color pencil for shading and map marking. One can also prefer to mark features on the map of India with a bold HB pencil and clutch pencil. Both the techniques 1 and 2 for map marking is accepted in ICSE board. Suggestion: use HB clutch pencil for map marking throughout to maintain the consistency and neatness. While marking mountains, never cross or touch the rivers. As you can see in the insert image, Jammu Kashmir, this is Indus River. If you want to mark or you have been asked to mark Karakoram range, you have to mark like this. And make sure that when you're using HB pencil, shade it properly without touching the adjacent river. While marking rivers, always trace the path of the river to highlight. As you can see, Narmada and Tapi river, you have to use a clutch pencil and trace it like this. In this manner, you can highlight the river. For labeling, always label the name along the features or pull an arrow and label. As you can see in the insert image, all the names are highlighted with the help of an arrow, and these have been labeled properly. The first character is always capital or uppercase and remaining characters are in lowercase. While labeling, always maintain the consistency in font size also. All the labeling must be parallel, corresponding to the horizontal plane. No tilted labeling is recommended. Rivers. Let us discuss about rivers of India. India is blessed with many rivers. Rivers are the primary source of natural resources in India. The first group of rivers is Indus River system. As you can see in the insert image, it originates from Mansarovar Lake from glaciers of Kailash range in Tibet. It flowed towards northwest direction of Trans-Himalayan region and enters into Pakistan. There are 5 tributaries of Indus River: Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. In fact, the name Punjab has originated due to these 5 rivers only. Punch means 5 rivers and Ab means water. Now I believe you have understood how to mark these rivers. Next, second group of rivers is Ganga river system. As you can see in the insert, it originates at Gangotri glaciers. It mainly connected with Mansarovar at Tibet. It has been shown with red color. The left bank rivers are Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak and Kosi. Followed by the right bank tributaries are Yamuna, Chambal, Betwa, Son and Damodar. As you can see, these rivers have been highlighted with different colors. One more river named Brahmaputra originates from Chamangund glaciers in Kailash range in Himalayas, Tibet region, and it enters into India from Arunachal Pradesh. Finally, Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers drains into Bay of Bengal. These are the rivers of northern and central India. The third group of rivers is Peninsular region or the Peninsular Plateau region. The 2 rivers on the east coast and the 5 rivers on the west coast of India, as you can see on the map. River Mahanadi originates from Dandakarna ranges and it flows towards east and drains into Bay of Bengal. It has been shown with green color. Next is Godavari, originates from Thrambak Plateau near Nasik in Maharashtra. Next is Krishna River, and the Tungabhadra River originates from Mahabaleshwar. The tributary of Krishna River originates from Gangamola in Western Ghats, and it flowed towards east and drained into Bay of Bengal. Next is Kaveri, also called the Ganga of southern India, originates from Brahmagiri in Western Ghats. Now we'll mark the rivers of western coast of India. The Narmada River, as you can see, it has been highlighted with red color. It originates from Amarkantak Plateau. It flowed towards west direction and it drains into Arabian Sea. Followed by Tapi River. Tapi River has been showed with thick brown line, originates from Satpura ranges and it flowed towards westwards, and both the rivers drain into Arabian Sea. Now we'll see mountain plateaus and passes. India is a vast geographical extent of 3.28 million square kilometers and the 7th largest country in the world. India covers 2.4% of total land area of the world. Now let us have a look on the physical features of India. Karakoram Range. As you can see, it has been shown with thick red line. It's spanned between northern parts of Jammu Kashmir. It touches the border of China and Pakistan and also extends into Afghanistan. Second, Mount Godwin Austen, also called K2. It has been shown with the help of a black colored triangle located in the Karakoram range. Part lies in Jammu and Kashmir border and second highest peak in the world, 8,611 meters from mean sea level. Himalayas, as you can see, it's been shown with a thick blue line to mark with the HB pencil. The Great Himalayan Range, also called the Himandri, stretches for a distance 2,400 km approx from Indian Gorge in the west to Brahmaputra Gorge in the east. Next is Mount Kanchenjunga, located in the eastern Himalayas. It has been shown with a black color triangle over here. Part lies in Sikkim and Nepal border. Third highest peak in the world, 8,564 meters from mean sea level. Now we'll see Karakoram Pass. Mark with the symbol shown on the map. I'll rather draw it and show you. This is the symbol to mark passes on the map. Located in the Karakoram range, passes through the Gilgit-Baltistan region, part of Jammu and Kashmir. Next is Nathula Pass. As you can see, it is shown with two parallel red lines. Same, you have to use the same symbol that I have showed before to mark the passes. It connects the Indian state of Sikkim and China's Tibet Autonomous Region. Now we'll mark some important features of central and northern India. As you can see, it is shown in the inset image. Aravalli Ranges. Aravalli Ranges are the oldest mountain range in India, located in Rajasthan. Its alignment is northeast to southwest direction. One can draw these guidelines to mark the Aravalli Ranges. Now I'll mark Vindhyans or Vindhyan Ranges. It's a part of the Rift Valley. The trend is east to west direction, marked with a thick bold line just above Narmada River. While shading, one should not touch the Narmada River. Followed by Vindhyan Ranges is Satpura Ranges. It is a part of Rift Valley. The trend is east to west direction, marked with a thick bold line just between the Narmada and Tapi River. Western Ghats, as you can see, it has been shown with a thick red line. It is a part of Western Ghats, or you can say the western boundary of peninsular India. Starts from South Gujarat to Kerala. The trend is north to south direction. From west coast, it is about 100 to 150 km away. Eastern Ghats. As you can see, it has been shown with very light purple color. Eastern Ghats are marked with the eastern boundary of peninsular India. Start from Orissa to Tamil Nadu, and the trend is northeast to southwest direction. Garo, Khasi, Jaintia Hills. These are the three famous hills in Meghalaya. The trend is east to west direction. One should mark these hills within the state. Nilgiri Hills. It is marked with a dark purple color. These hills are extended part of Western Ghats in western Tamil Nadu. Chotnagpur Plateau. Located in the eastern India in the states of Orissa. Chotnagpur Plateau has the most valuable concentration of mineral resources in India. Deccan Plateau. One of the biggest plateau in India. Located in the southern peninsular region of India, it is roughly a triangular in shape, as you can see in the map. Higher at the west coast on this side, and it is sloped towards east coast. Plateau is formed due to the flow of lava about 60 to 70 million years ago. Now we'll mark the deserts and plains of India. As you can see on the map of India, Thar Desert. It extends from the Satluj River in the north and spans along the Aravalli Range in the east. It reaches towards Gujarat near Rann of Kutch, the southwestern part. Now we'll see Indo-Gangetic Plain. It has been shown with a green color. The Great Plains of India formed due to the deposition work of Ganga river system, approx 1800 kilometers in length. Average width of this plain is more than 200 kilometers and known as the largest plain of the world. Thank you for watching the presentation.